Excellent.
Don't you dare introduce me.
Wow, that's literally the beginning of the video now.
Nice.
So
Nice job, you ruined it.
We're keeping it. We're keeping it.
What I do.
excellent. There's the beginning of your video, everybody. I'm gonna just jump straight into the game. Pete doesn't
First episode.
want me to introduce him, so he's not here, guys.
The government's out to get me.
If anybody cares, I am the DM/GM, Dungeon Master / Game Master, whatever you want to call it. I prefer Dungeon Master. It sounds. Well, actually, no, shouldn't say that.
No, it sounds worse, but
Yeah, that's especially with the conversation we had just before this. But anyway, I am the Raven of the Duck and Raven, leader or Raven Keeper, or if you just want to call me Tom, it's possibly easier. I don't know. There is a Nat somewhere. She likes talking about fish. She's going to be playing our quarry and engineer. We've got a Pete who doesn't like to be introduced. It's not even his real name.
I'm the Duck of Duck and Raven.
Yes, he is the Duck of Duck and Raven, because he is a duck in real life. When we eventually get him on screen, you'll see that. Where he's playing Kalint, our Drell infiltrator. We then have Boucher, our Asian representative, who's playing Kreia, or Kreia. Kreia, as in Kreia from Knights of the Old Republic 2.
No, but also yes, same pronunciation.
Same pronunciation.
Not the inspiration.
Cool, because that was going to go somewhere different. Anyway, Boucher's an Asari Vanguard. And then we've got Andres. I always struggle to try and pronounce your name.
That's good enough.
I'm overthinking it every time. Andres, playing Tayu, the Drell Sentinel. Again, I've probably mispronounced that as well.
I didn't really have a pronunciation in mind, so that's cool.
Tayu?
Oh, no. Well, I think Tayu is more...
Tayu.
But that's just my Spanish brain.
Is his last name Zonde?
No.
Moving quickly on, we then have Fever Pitch playing Trekmore, the Krogan soldier, who is our the Southern Hemisphere representative.
Australian, yes.
Yeah, there we go. I almost said Northern, and I was like, yeah, that's just the rest of us. But I'm just an idiot when it comes to geography. Excellent. Introductions over. So, if there is anybody actually watching this that doesn't know Mass Effect, I don't know why you're here. Go play the games and then come back in like 7 months' time when you've actually completed them. You might get.
Fuck off
The
with you.
full trilogy. Go away, we don't want you.
Yeah,
Simultaneously play. In fact, play them whilst you listen to the stream. There you go.
yeah. Some of it may make sense to you if you start off. But anyway, this is set in the Mass Effect universe after the games are finished, so there may be slight spoilers if you haven't played the games, but not much, because we're going to throw it into somewhere inconspicuous in the middle of nowhere. This is years after the third game ended, and massive spoilers, everybody fought giant robots from the middle of dark space. And what helps everybody get around in space, the relays, have been destroyed. Unfortunately for some of this group, they were trapped on a ship during this time, heading to a space station. Not having much other choice, knowing that it was going to be years upon years going at the pace they were going before they reached anywhere that could even slightly beam across a signal. They were told by the captain of this ship, a little round fellow who was a Volus called Captain Pickett, funnily enough, had some cryo chambers for them to just hop on in, and they could stay in there for a decent amount of time until hopefully rescue. But anyway, we start this with Captain Pickett's ship and another ship docked alongside it, attaching to it via the gangplank, I guess. A group of people are currently trying to get into the ship after hearing the signal and possibly getting some supplies from the ship itself. Might be some interesting stuff on there. Who knows? Our two players who are there, Nat and Pete, Clint and Leah, currently waiting for a Solarian to cut through the doors. You're sat around a box with a bunch of other members of the salvage team playing cards. Clint's favourite time, he always has a deck of cards on hand. I don't know if Leah actually wants to play cards with him because she possibly knows what he's like at these card games.
She absolutely hates playing card games with him. She's probably sulking in a corner because she's lost yet again.
I do have advantage to persuade you to play. That's literally a feat I have. So.
Excellent. I mean, you probably did convince her to play maybe the first round, and then she was like, "Shit! Now I remember why I never play this game with him."
Yeah.
and then I just like word weasel my way into getting you to play again, and then you're just like, "Fuck! Why did I do it?"
So yeah, you're probably a couple of rounds through, whilst the door is being cut to the ship itself. You are playing against two Vorcha and an Asari. The Asari seems to be enjoying herself, but the Vorcha are getting more and more angry. And at this exact point, do me a roll for your actual card game technique. I'm sure you've got it.
I think I make those at advantage. Let me just double check.
I'm going to reduce the sound of the doings because that is actually quite loud for me.
So, would this be deception, say, if I'm bluffing?
It depends on what you're trying to do.
Should I just roll the... Should I roll to see, like, what kind of... Is it like poker, I guess?
Yeah, roll 2d6.
Righto.
And I'll do the same, but secretly, so you can't tell what I'm doing.
So, wait, do you want me to... I'll just do it here.
Yeah, just do it there. Okay. And then I'll do them for the NPCs. Okay. So, do you think your hand is winning? If so, you can try and persuade them to try and bluff them out of it that way.
I will bluff them in that my hand is winning.
Okay.
So that's deception with advantage. Ooh, I need to put expertise on this. Wait a minute, what did I put expertise on?
And now is the time to figure it out.
Yeah, there you go. Expertise.
I mean, if you can see it's not been added, just roll it and then double the proficiency for it.
I've put it on perception and stealth. Actually, I'm kind of okay with those.
Okay.
Alright, so... Oh, is that for me? Thank you. Thanks, mate.
A dirty 20. Okay.
Yeah.
So you begin kind of like looking kind of proud at what you've got and looking at your cards. The two Vorcha are just like, he's cheating again, and slam down their cards in defeat. But the Asari stays and holds her hand.
I'll just be like, ain't no cheating about it. Oh wait, no, this is gonna take me a second. No cheating about it. It's just the luck of the draw. And the Asari stays, eh?
Yep.
So should we roll the d6s again, or what do you think?
No, keep the d6s to yourself because that's what you've got. If you have the higher, then you'll win. So Do you want to reveal or do you want to up the ante? You're currently at 100 credits.
So up the ante. Oh god. All right. How many credits have I got? Where are my credits? On the sheet. Oh, there. Okay. I'll up the ante. I'll raise.
She again stays, just tapping the counter. She doesn't say a word.
Have I met this Sorry, before?
No, she's relatively new. You know when you go on these salvage missions before, because you've been sent on multiple at this point. She seems to be part of Namia's Narcos, as she's wearing their Biotti ball kind of like symbol, which is literally a ball being launched like really fast, coloured in purple. So she's definitely one of the bigger, like part of one of the bigger gangs, but not a big member per se.
Huh. I'll be like, it's good to have an experienced opponent for once.
She just kind of like shrugs for a second, and then goes, "Depends what you've got there. Shall we reveal?" And she kind of like just holds up her cards.
Okay, I'll reveal mine.
Which yours was an 8, and as she puts hers down, she ended up with a 7. So you did actually win. One of the Vorcha suddenly starts screaming, going, "Hey, I had more than that! You were tricking us again!"
Like I said, it's up to you if you fold. You've only got yourself to blame. But I'd be more than happy to give you another chance. I say, sweeping the credits off the table.
It just screeches at you in a loud pitched noise that I'm not going to try and replicate because I don't want to burst people's eardrums, but it literally goes to lunge at you. The Asari just goes, "Hey, he won it fair and square. As he says, you folded." And the Vorcha just screeches, goes, "You cheat too, you win on it!" And then stabs her in the guts as he gets close.
Oh my god.
Wow, alright.
Yeah, so
That's rather extreme.
Yeah, Vorcha are all little crafty boys. But as this happens, you hear the like metal tink of heavy boots coming down the gangplank towards you, and a Turian, clad in very heavy armor and only revealing the bottom half of his avian face, instantly comes in and goes, Vorcha, wasted time. Pulls out his gun and shoots the one ahead. Oops, sorry, I still have the thing on then. And blasts the Vorcha's head off. The other one instantly backs off, putting up its hands and just going, "I wasn't part of it," and looks very worried, but the Asari is currently on the floor, bleeding out.
There is a gasp from the corner from Leah, and she goes, "Oh, my savior!"
A great start.
And then she will go and help the Asari.
Are you going to try and patch her up, you mean?
Yeah.
What a nice place we're about to wake up in.
Just
Reminds me of home.
I do have first aid, so...
How much credits do I get for swindling these boyos, by the way?
So you've actually won 700 credits from what you've just been doing. It was a decent haul.
Very nice.
It's not big stakes, but it's still pretty decent. So yeah, you patch up the Asari. The Turian, who you know as Gavalus, who's the leader of this salvage operation, and one of the leaders of the space station itself, turns to you and goes, We're nearly through. Just get your stuff. You too. He points to Leah and Clint. Take the other Vorcha, and you go further into the place. Look for anything interesting, cargo hold.
I will tip my hat to the lawman.
The
That's
lawman.
Much obliged, lawman.
He doesn't even respond. He just walks straight past you as the door is literally opening itself from the Solarian cutting through it and it automatically opening itself at this point. And he kind of like clonks in and goes to the left. Looks like that's where the cockpit is, and begins kind of like ordering the Solarian to start hacking into the computer systems. Are you two following? The Asari's going to kind of like sit up and stay in the corner. Doesn't look like she's interested in coming along at this point.
Can I wire her 50 credits?
Yeah, sure. You pull out your Omni tool, or literally look at your wrist, and it the orange glow of the hard light turns on. And you like tap a couple bits, and 50 credits instantly into a bank. Only if real life was like that.
Yeah. And I'll just nod to her and go on through.
Leah will hurriedly follow afterwards.
What's the context of what are we doing on the ship again? Sorry.
So basically, this ship was found. You've not been told many details of where it's suddenly come from, but it's just like very slowly drifting along, kind of a bit further out from the star system that the Spirit of Autumn is actually in. So you've headed out with the group, kind of like being hurriedly put together from multiple factions of the big players in the Spirit of Autumn. And basically it's just like all other salvage operations. If there's anything interesting in here, from very big screen TV to something that's actually kind of useful, like food or niceties like that, that's all they're interested in. Since it's been 12 years since any contact from outside has happened, it's unlikely that there's anybody alive on here. And saying that, as you kind of come in and look to the right, going into the rest of the ship, there is what looks like a dumpy little robot on the floor. Looks like it's had a few chunks torn out of it.
Can I inspect it, see if it's operational, or what caused the and also what caused the damage to it?
Yeah. So first off, electronics, and actually, yeah, electronics, and then possibly an engineering check to see what the damaging to it was.
Actually, is Leah better at that? Would I know by
I'm just checking now. Engineering, yeah, it's my thing.
Okay, yeah, you can. I'll just sort of point it out to Leah and be like, is there a word? What do you think? Oh god.
Oh wow.
I'll call her like
Best first roll ever.
yeah. She'll be like, hey Savior, mind checking this out?
And yeah, that was a crit on engineering. So looking at it, this little robot was heavily damaged by something piercing into it, which shouldn't necessarily happen since it's made of quite sturdy steel. But the pierce marks have got some acidic residue around it that's corroded away some parts of it. Looks very badly damaged. It would take quite a bit of work to get it back online. But most of the pierce marks are around its torso and kind of... It doesn't really have a neck. It kind of has like this weird rounded head, like a dome just on the top. But yeah, it's around the joints of this kind of almost like a rotating dome head.
And do these look like bullet holes, teeth holes?
I'll definitely say with your crit on engineering that it's definitely not bullet holes. It looks like something more not
organic?
necessarily like, yeah, you wouldn't really say organic, but it seems to be something more like a poker, as if someone was to shove a poker into it, but a bit broader.
Ah, okay. So she's kind of like knelt down on the floor having a look at this thing and frowning. Well, not that anyone can tell, but she's frowning and she's making frowning noises. And just says, well, he wasn't shot. More like stabbed, maybe, with something pokey.
Plasma blade, something like that.
Well, look, can you see round the, I guess, the wound? round the injury, it's corrosive, look.
Oh. Acid?
Maybe.
Can I inspect for that?
I would say on the acid itself.
Like, I don't know. What type of acid? What could have caused it?
Do me a medicine check because that's the
Oh, shit,
closest
sorry
thing I
about that.
can think of that would be to that.
The
Oh,
xenomorph we have on board.
I'm assuming that's her.
Sorry, what did you say, Andres?
Yes, it's the xenomorph we have on board that
Oh,
did
I know. It bled on it.
Are you typing up a dissertation to roll your medicine check? Is that what's happening?
Oh, I was going to ask Leah too. She's probably better at it than me.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, are you good at medicine?
No. In fact, she looks at you and she just goes, I work with robots, not humans. Or human things.
Well, I'll give it a try.
I don't work with organics.
I rolled a nat one.
Yeah, you feel like whatever caused this must have been some giant dragon-like creature. How it fit into this spaceship and bit into this robot, you have no idea.
Well, it's obviously a mythical creature of some sort with acidic poison. I mean, acidic venom. Some sort of mythical snake. I wrote you a message regarding stream things if you can
I'll
see
turn
that.
the music back up. The other thing I can't do at the moment, I'll just have to say the rolls out loud.
Yeah. Just for the viewers there.
But yeah, so that's that. The ship itself, incredibly tidy and clean. Oh wow, it suddenly got really loud. But yeah, the ship itself is incredibly tidy and clean. It doesn't look like anything's been particularly disturbed. Apart from obviously the robot that's been shanked. Of course, it's space. No dust around really. No lasers.
Memory loss.
Memory loss.
I've just realized I might be able to hack into its memory.
You might be able to.
Ooh, okay. I'll pull out the hacking kit and say, I'll get a view of this creature myself.
Do you even know how to use those?
Oh, I don't know the first thing about it. I just tap the keys randomly. I say as I expertly move my hands across the little keyboard. Just plug it into the socket.
Yeah, you're like tapping on the hard light, like the orange glow, the Omni tool comes back up and you're tapping on that Matrix style. Numbers and stuff all start streaming up. Yeah, do me a hacking tools roll then to attempt to hack into it.
23.
That's much better. You go through it and some of its memory and stuff like that's quite badly damaged, but you do get an optics feed for its last around 3 minutes kind of like time, and you see it just kind of like trundling around at first like nothing's happening, and then suddenly something beeps and it starts to make its way, as you can tell from where you're stood, further down the ship and heads down these stairs into a lower level, and what looks like basically just the holding chamber for supplies and stuff like that. There are these strange looking kind of like insectoid creatures with long tendril like arms on their back, kind of like tapping around, and as it sees those, it goes to turn around and starts making its way rather speedily away from them. and its last brief moments are like this fuzzy kind of static kind of come over it, and you see one of these things piercing through the back and into the front, straight through it, this tendril arm of this strange creature, and it does this a couple times to it as it falls over, stabbing it more and more until the feed just cuts dead.
Well, looks like I figured out who the culprit is. Make yourself ready for combat. We're not alone.
Wonderful.
And, shit, I suppose... Who else is with us again?
There's one of the Vorturers now with you, because he got told to follow you. He's just picking his teeth at the moment, not knowing what to do, because he doesn't know anything about technology.
I suppose I'll just be like, alright, I'll take point then, shall I? And start, pull out my pistol and start making my way stealthily.
Yeah, make your way down the steps. As you go down, you see the same view from before that you've literally just pulled up from the optics feed, but a few of these like strange cylindrical devices seem to be missing from this view compared to what you've just seen from the robot. There is still some left. It's roughly about 8 or 10 of these quite large, probably a meter across and almost 3 meters tall tubes in kind of like the middle of the cargo hold.
Huh. Would there be like a Drell word for savior? Could you make one up on the spot?
I mean, I don't even know if there probably is in Mass Effect itself at some point, they say.
Well, you could invoke one of the gods. There is a god of protection, right?
Is that Kalihira? I can't remember which ones are which. It's
I can't either, but we can check.
Yeah,
Kalahira is the god of hunters, I think.
No, Kalahira is of the oceans and the afterlife. Amonkira is of hunters, and Arashu is of motherhood and protection.
Arashu. Okay. I might call. Would it be sacrilege if I called her Arash or Rash for short or something, or Shu?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
it's not that long a name, dude.
Yeah, but if it's a nickname, you know what I mean.
I mean,
It
for you
should
in
be,
particular.
Let's just give our gods nicknames.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, I mean to call Nat after the goddess of protection.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
you could totally do something like that and give her a weird nickname for it. Possibly calling your god that said nickname.
No,
Not so much.
not like that.
Yeah, might piss me off. Just
I mean, maybe not to be disrespectful to the god, but sort of to be, to honor Nat's character because she saved my life. So
Yeah, if you want to give a nickname to her, that's completely
You can
your
do that,
choice.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I have in mind. Okay, so you've probably noticed me calling you Shu. Would you have asked me why and stuff before? But
She grumbles to herself every single time, just, who's this Shu? I'm not Shu. Honestly.
call it a pet name, but it's very honorable. You'll have to speak to what's her name? Well, I probably would have explained it, but probably earlier.
Oh, are you talking
What do you
about one of the other characters that you know about in your backstory?
No, because like I just want to call Nat Shu as in.
Oh, I see. No, that's cool.
I'll explain that to you at some point, just so we don't have to do it now. But yeah, I'll be like, hey Shu, what do you suppose those are? Pointing to like the what would they be, like the cells, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you could call them cells in a way.
Would I know what they are?
Do me, engineering again, I'd say, because it's literally.
Oh dear. That's a 9.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I mean, that was a 2 on the dice as well. So that just shows how good you are at engineering. But yeah, you're not certain. They look like something possibly to do with freezing tech. As you can see, they've got like these big power packs kind of like on the sides and tubes that go into it. But you're not entirely sure. You've never seen one before yourself.
She stares at them. She's quiet for a moment. Her head cocks and she just goes, I don't know. Maybe cryo or something. I don't know. I work with computers, but not those kind of computers. She then like smacks her hand on the side of the ship and just goes, I work with these babies.
Would you mind slapping the computers a little bit softer though? But
She's slapping the ship, not the computer.
oh, okay. Just slap the ship a little bit softer. We're not alone here.
Yep, as a metal tink just echoes through the quiet space.
But I suppose that the insect creatures could have come out of one of these then. If it's cryo, maybe it woke up and just slaughtered everyone. Why don't we crack one open and have a look at it? See if we can find
So
a way.
you're worried that they came out of one of these, but you're gonna open it anyway.
Well, while it's getting up, I can always kill it.
That's what you think.
Yeah.
I say as I pull out some jerky or something.
Are you approaching one of the tubes then?
I suppose.
As you get closer to it, you do see like it's a big, mostly metallic, but on one side of it, not always the sides that are facing you, there is like a glass sort of like top to it. It's not on the top, but you know what I mean. There's like a glass part on one side, basically like a window. And from what you can tell, it's completely like frosted over. But there is a little panel on the side that you can possibly open up and check details with, especially if you hook it up to said Omni tool that does literally everything, because it's an Omni tool.
Let's do that. Let's do a little hacksy hack.
I mean, you don't even need to do a hack. You just hook it up and it brings up the details for you.
It gives me info. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and literally in this, it brings you up the bio details of, from what you can tell, a Krogan male that has been in suspension for 12 of the Citadel designed years. I can't remember if they've got
Galactic Standard.
yeah, that's the one.
Krogan. That's not an insect. Been in here for 12 standard. Shall I let him out?
I mean, is that smart?
Generally not smart to deal with the Krogan in most cases.
It's because, I mean, mathematically, like, the odds aren't in our favor.
Let's check a different one.
Let's go over to the next one.
The very
Okay,
next
bye.
one. Sad
That's what you
Krogan
get for being
noises.
I mean, you can open it if you want, but if it attacks us, you've got to kill it.
I mean, one-on-one, I don't fancy my chances.
I mean,
I'll cheer for you from over here.
you've both dealt with Krogan before, and they're not all murderous, rampaging lunatics. So
No, but if it's
No, but we've got stereotypes to uphold.
yes,
there's
voice
that.
we're
Where,
all species. It's for
where would we be without alien racism?
Well, I mean, just my thinking is if he goes berserk or some shit, he's gonna kill us.
No,
So-
Yeah, what if he's in blood rage and just
Yeah,
beats the shit out of you?
This is
yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
I'll just open it.
this is
Not
literally a
this
big part of Mass Effect 2, where it's like, do we open the tube with the giant
Yeah.
raging lizard in it?
Yeah, let's see what the next one is
Move
first.
to the
and
next
if they're all- Yeah, just in case it's some sort of tank experiment, like Krogan tank experiment, where
Well,
they're being berserkers.
Yeah, you move along to the next one and tap into that, and this one instead is bringing up a Drell male. Again, same time frame. You notice that there's like only a few minutes between when they went in stasis between the two. But yeah, this one's Drell instead.
Strange. This one's a Drell. Well, maybe it's the crew. Maybe they sealed themselves in when the insects came out.
Maybe. Well, why don't we defrost them then?
Mm. All right.
At least they're not all Krogan, so that's a little bit more, you know.
Well, at least we know we're not dealing with some sort of experiment. All right.
Or are we?
We'll find out. I start keying in the sequence to wake him up.
So you're doing it for the Drell one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So for Tayu, I'm still mispronouncing it. Anyway, for you, you literally just stepped inside a little pod and then closed your eyes, and now you're waking up incredibly cold as there's a big hiss, and the glass screen pulls back, and in front of you is a Quarian, another Drell, and a Vulture going, what is this?
What they look like.
Leah elbows the Vulture and just goes, "Shut up."
Nah. Okay.
Easy.
What? How long? Where?
How long is an easier question to answer? 12 standard.
12 standard. Is there? Would I know where the Hanars went into stasis?
Yeah, they went in just before you, and they were in the pods behind yours.
Okay, I want to. Unless they're blocking my way, I'm just gonna walk out and go straight for them.
Lizard, what?
Is Leah or Clint stopping the Drell from just suddenly?
No, he can do what he wants. He's not attacking, so, you know.
I'll give him a hand. I'll let him rest on my shoulder and stuff, and let him lead on. Like,
Yeah, you've probably got like sea legs from being frozen for that amount of time. It's a bit awkward to get out, but yeah,
That's fair. I probably wouldn't take your hand at first though, because physical contact. You.
oh, that's a point.
Yeah. So unless I can't like walk properly, then I'm probably not accepting your help.
Did you already take the poison one?
Oh no, I just meant like I don't like touching people.
Oh, okay.
Well, my character. Well, I don't like it either, but you know.
Yeah, he's just got a social thing. It's fine. It doesn't have to always be genetic.
Well, I'll offer the hand and then see.
Yeah,
Not.
you could like brace on his shoulder for a second to just catch yourself and.
I'll just be like,
Yeah.
Here if you need me, pal.
Sorry, need to check something, and then I'll just hurry off as fast as my legs will carry me, my wobbly stasis legs.
Stasis, yeah, that's the best term for it. But yeah, as you go round, you notice the two stasis tubes are there, but one of them looks like it was starting to be uncoupled, to be taken away, but both are there.
Okay, can I check their life signs or something? Like, are they healthy? Are they okay?
Yeah, you can do the same as what Clint's just done. You like just tap into the actual systems of the cryo tubes, and both of them fine. You've got the male Hanar signatures and everything like that come up. The female one, when you tap into that one, does say that it's only got enough power for another hour of the cryostasis before it will run out, as it's detached now from main supply.
Okay, well, is it like a quick fix? Can I just reattach it quickly, or is that? Do I know how to do that even?
Do me an electronics roll, and we'll see. Hopefully, you're good at this.
Not particularly.
I can come and help if need be.
5.
Oof. You just like look at it and you're like, well, someone put me in this to start with. I have no idea what I'm looking at right now.
Okay, well then I'll just turn to the strangers and say, So where are we? Is it safe?
Not entirely sure it's safe. I got a video feed of some creatures with poisonous tentacles attacking some of the robots. I'd assume maybe something woke up in stasis and went wild. Maybe I was hoping you could tell me.
I'm seeing the confusion. Julia will go over and try to help with the cryopod.
Yeah. You do me an electronics check then, please, Leah.
Oh, that's an 11.
Yours is a bit better. This is complicated technology, but you know enough that you can kind of like get it back up and hooked back in at least. It's not that difficult since most of it's just made to click back in place. So you do that and it does start to power up again. But looks like, again, it was on low power for a while, so that may affect its inhabitant.
Ooh.
Not good. Well, thank you. So, where did you come from?
Cut a hole inside a ship.
Right, but where were you before cutting the hole?
On our ship. What's our ship called again?
Oh, the space station.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the name of the campaign, the Spirit of
Oh,
Autumn.
okay. We're from the Spirit of Autumn. It's an orbital frame. Off of what planet?
Cassia. Well, the planet's called Cassia that it orbits.
In orbit above Cassir. Who do we work for again? Well, I know who I work for, but
I assume that Leah just works alongside the other Quarians who, even though they form their own group, don't have a particular leader. Yours is Dalatras Lahim.
okay. So
Solarian Dalatras.
I'll be like, I work for a Solarian by the name of Dalatras Lahim. She's in residence at that station. I was sent out to salvage this, I suppose. Is that true?
Yeah, you were part of it. They always send out representatives, and you're usually the Dalatras's favourite choice to go out on these.
Sweet.
It's a combination of between she doesn't want to risk any of her own children and she trusts you a lot.
That's good.
Okay, well, I'm not sure I trust you just yet, but I also don't know what to say. So can I just roll insight on them?
Yeah, of course.
That's 13.
13's not bad at all. Seems like he's being honest with you. It's hard to tell with the Quarian since they're all masked and all their features are obscured, but you assume that they're also a pretty sound person. The Vorcha, on the other hand, never trust a Vorcha.
Wow.
Right.
You can probably tell that they are not, at the very least, Leah is not willingly with the Vorcha because she keeps like breaking into argument with him. Like when he stands too close, he breathes too loud. You know, that kind of thing.
It's literally just like,
It's just like, oh my god, shut up!
and then he wanders off and he goes to the other side where there's a few more of these tubes and he starts poking at one of those.
I can still hear you breathing.
Ah! I need to breathe to live.
Breathe quieter.
Never.
You know what?
Give him a break. He just saw his brother, best friend, die in front of him.
Yeah. No hard feelings about that, huh?
Yeah, there are. But I'll get you some other time.
All right. It's a date. Hey, don't touch any of those, though.
Completely ignores you and, like a small child, carries on poking the thing.
I'm gonna just kind of sigh and start to shoo him off and make sure they're all attached and connected.
From over the other
Yeah.
side of the room, there's a. You do realize one wrong button press will send us plummeting through space.
Do me
Oh.
a deception roll for that.
Hey, I mean, if he touches the airlock, if there's a,
I mean, it has to be a very wrong button press, but
he
He
pressed
doesn't
the
need
wrong
to.
button.
He doesn't need to know how wrong.
Yeah.
No, that's only a 7.
Um,
But she would be constantly telling people about how like so much shit can break if you press the wrong button because that is her personality trait.
Oh, can I assist and be like, yeah, you know, if you touch the airlock, we'll all be spaced. You'll be dead before you realize how cold you are.
well, he's already decided that Leah is just like trying to take the piss and carries on doing it to this specific cryo chamber and then does press a button that seems to activate it and again with another hiss and this cold air just like pours out of it. The chamber opens and a very groggy Asari wakes up. Kreia, just like Tayu, you awake from what seems like only a couple minutes of sleep to seeing these couple strangers in front of you.
I have my gun pointed at you because I was scared it was going to be some sort of poisonous insect.
I see a bunch of people pointing guns at me. I see a watcher. I feel my biotics being all jumbled like, okay, hello. And I think like the most sensible decision at the time I could take is to throw the vulture away from my pod.
Oh
Biotic-
no! What a shame.
weird.
He should have been wearing a red coat all this time as well.
He was Mark.
So, yeah, do me a. I guess you're doing throw, aren't you?
Yes.
Do me the roll for that. So the rest of you, as you see it, this Asari, this blue-skinned woman, like steps out and instantly just launches forwards, and this purple blast comes flying out. Vorcha didn't stand a chance. He was just so confused at what's just happened. Goes flying across the room, taking a decent amount of damage, and then slams into the wall, taking a little bit more damage, and actually snaps his neck. And there on the floor is now a dead Vorcha. It's cold.
Oh no!
Cold,
That's...
staring eyes just like turn towards you all as the rest of its body's facing the other direction.
Hyperventilating. I'm stepping out of the pod there. Taking a bit more moments, a few more moments to actually try and take in the situation. I haven't been shot after the whole thing, and I'm going to see.
I'll just raise my hands.
Yeah, I hold my hands up and just go, easy, easy. We don't mean you any harm.
I'm going to look at the watcher. Is he okay? Doesn't look okay.
On account of the fact that his neck snapped, I think he's probably dead.
Well, that's a real shame then. I'm sure he was a person.
I mean,
I would very much prefer if we could make sure that this place is safe before we carry on with conversations, and I would also like to make sure that the people inside these tubes, and I point at the two with the hanners in them, are safe.
Like, I do know Tayo, right? As a part of the crew.
Yeah, you definitely know that he joined in relatively the same time as you on this journey.
I'm going to look at him, ask him, do you know these people? They're not part of this crew.
I woke up just a few minutes before you. They seem to have found us. We're in a planet called Kasir. It doesn't really ring a bell for me.
Can I roll history to see if I can remember our original mission?
Sure.
whilst you're doing that, I'll wake up the Kurgan. I'll be like, well, if we want to make sure the place is safe, let's get us a Krogan.
So yeah, for Boucher, Kreia does remember what they were originally doing, heading towards the Spirit of Autumn itself, which you would have known was orbiting Cassia. A bit of a dead backwater planet because it's mostly just used for mining. The biggest detail you know about it is that it's covered in Vorcha now because most of them got loose when they were being used for manual labour. So that might be why there was a Vorcha here, but that's besides the point. It seems like these people have got the same interest as you currently.
I guess.
Oh.
Well, they aren't shooting, so I'm not going to go psycho mode. Put my hands down out of the battle stance there.
Can
And,
I just check to see if there's any insectoid creatures stalking us?
Sure. You want to just do a perception check of the area around you?
Yeah.
Cool, go for it. At the same time, Kalint's just opened up the other cryo chamber. I was going to say tomb then, that would have been a bit dark. And Trekmore, your eyes flutter open, and again you see these same two figures that you don't recognise, and two others that you do recognise from what seems like only a few minutes ago aboard Captain Pickett's ship.
Hey there, big fella. Easy now. You've been in cryo.
He hops out of the pod, trying to get his bearings in a coughing fit.
That's the sound of the cryo chamber opening. And yeah, I'll quickly explain what's happened again, just so they all hear it.
So Tayo, you glancing round and having a look about, there doesn't seem to be any sign of any insectoid creatures. The only other thing you do notice is that there are several of these chambers, like the cryo chambers that you've just come out of yourself, missing from the lot that you remember from just before.
Missing, as in straight up gone?
Yeah, straight up gone. Some of the docks that they were sat on, like you've just reattached the Hanar one back on, they're just straight up gone.
Someone, I'll look at at Drekmore and the Kreia and say, well, my memory's a bit fuzzy, but there were more of those over there, right? And I point to the missing pods.
Yeah, what the hell happened?
Well, if you want to see, I'm gonna pull up my Omni tool and replay them the visual from the robot.
considering the ship went to hell, it's honestly no surprise.
Would any of us know anything about these insectoids?
If anybody wants to try and remember or see if they've ever read about them, do me history checks.
Ooh.
I'll do a history check. I'm not expecting anything though.
On second viewing, I got it. Not 20.
Second viewing, yeah. You're like, oh, I've seen
like,
this before.
Yeah. It's not a snake at all. It's this one.
Oh wait, I remember.
Apparently I don't.
Mars.
Even though history is my thing.
We were carrying Thresher Mars.
Yeah, giant thresher maws.
We were carrying Thresher Mars to a planet filled with water. I see a
We were
pattern
agents of chaos.
We weren't agents of chaos. We were agents of straight up genocide.
Fever, were you doing a roll for it as well?
Oh, might as well.
before I reveal.
I bet our employer said it's just a pest problem.
So yeah, it seems like Cullen, I don't know, was maybe having a bit of a moment earlier.
Or you could say this time I used my idyllic memory.
Oh yeah, we do have that.
Yes. So yeah, last time you didn't really click with it, but this time you do remember possibly watching an old documentary of, ironically, the Krogan Wars and their fights originally, why they were brought into space with the... Oh, fuck, why has it just left my brain?
The Rachni.
That's the word. Yes, the Rachni. These quite large insectoid creatures that live in swarms, directed by giant queens to do their bidding. They aren't unintelligent. There's just a lot of the main force are workers that just kind of get thrown as cannon fodder. But yeah, the two of the beings in particular definitely are these creatures called Rachni that should have gone extinct a long time ago. But you do notice in the background of one of them looks strange because it's kind of like fuzzy, and in the back of where the robot viewed it, there's a more humanoid looking one. It still has these long tendrils coming out of its back, but it's stood bipedally and has shoulders and arms. Is it what?
Is it Kerrigan?
No, it's not Kerrigan. No, it does. It doesn't seem to be a weird insectoid lady. But yeah, it's hard to make out what exactly that is. But it almost seems like some kind of mutated, weird blend of something humanoid with these Rachni.
Well, that's weird. That's really weird. So the first weird thing is that it's Rachni. There could be Rachni on this ship. The second weird thing is there's some sort of humanoid hybrid with them. Perhaps controlling, traveling with. I'm unsure.
Have we
Have we
heard of
did they get on the
Rachni?
ship?
Have we heard of Rachni being alive before, or is this just like, did he just say there's velociraptors on our house?
I vaguely remember there was a thing about Rachni being not killed after being rediscovered by a human or something.
Yeah, I think anybody that's got above a 10, even though you've not seen them, you do remember news reports of some weird event that Rachni had been sequestered away into a little scientific study, and they were...
What if I got exactly a 10?
If you got exactly a 10, then that still counts. Meets it, beats it.
Okay.
But yeah, you remember hearing the story about an idiotic scientific group deciding to try and bring back said velociraptors, Rachni, I mean, from the dead.
Oh, in that case, my face just lights up. Probably a lot more excited than I should be at this news. And just like, oh, well, that's absolutely remarkable. What could they even be doing here? I just start pacing back and forth and scribbling things. I guess we don't really scribble, typing things.
By all accounts, wanton destruction. But whether they're still here is probably our main concern.
Right. Should we clear the areas?
I assume you're trying to look around. What's the goal here? There's still 5 more pods that haven't been opened yet.
Yeah, I don't want to bring out the Hanners unless I know it's safe.
Keep your jellyfish safe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, who's in the rest of these pods? Do you guys know? Should we be traveling with more people, or are we
This should be, from what I remember, should be the captain and 2 other Turian deckhands.
All right.
These two, I have vowed to protect them as part of the compact. I would prefer if they could stay in stasis until we know it's safe to bring them out.
That's perfectly fine by me.
Trekmore in particular, you would know that there were multiple other people that got on the ship as well, along with the other new guests. Where those extra pods have disappeared to, you're not too sure, but there were additional people that would have been in those pods.
Leah would like to radio the mission leader to inform him that A, they've found survivors, and B, there may be velociraptors about.
Why is everyone calling them velociraptors? They're
Yes, in game.
Just notify him that there may be Rachni about.
In game.
We have confirmed Rachni sightings.
There are none of you know what a velociraptor is in game. Oh well, apart from anybody that studied Earth, I guess, at some point.
I imagine I have deliberately not studied Earth because people keep referencing it, and I'm like, I'm not from Earth.
What the fuck's going on?
What's Earth?
Hey, Clint, been shooting your revolvers and killing some banditos, and you're just like, what the fuck are these guys on about?
What's a bandito?
So, yeah. Sorry, Leah. Are you like verbally contacting him, or are you just doing it by a text message? I guess.
Probably just over comms.
So you like key in and.
Yeah, she'll kind of do it quietly in the corner, but yeah.
Okay. Well, keep clear. Protect anybody detecting. We'll do some more studying of the ship on here. We were almost into the system itself. So keep us notified.
She'll just add, if you come across Rachni, please make sure to radio your last screams so we can get a head start.
Oh, tell them they might want to barricade their ship too. Don't let anything come from ours to theirs without being checked.
And also to quarantine anything going back to the ship.
Trust me. I know the details of how to do this, and you won't be hearing any screaming from me. And there won't be any creatures. They'll be dead before they even know it.
Who is this guy?
I like him.
Just to the rest of the room, Leah's just like, wow, someone's full of confidence, and it's not me.
All right.
Full of confidence, and we don't even know the guy. We might be talking to a dead guy already.
This guy's too badass for that.
He's the law.
I am the law.
I'm gonna start waking the captain if I can identify.
Well, Trekmore knows that because the captain got into a pod before Trekmore did. Trekmore was the last one out of everybody to get into a pod because he's again a badass and decided that he was the last one to go in. So yeah, you can point out just behind you the pod. It looks like it's very conveniently placed. Like his pod is like the one that's right in the corner behind everybody else's, almost like making a protective wall of other cryopods.
So much for being a badass.
Well, it's fair. The captain is necessary.
But yeah, do you want actually? Oh, sorry.
I'll go ahead and open it up.
Yeah. You press the buttons and open it up, and Captain Pickett wakes up, and you see the little blinking lights from this little Volus chap, like blink at you for a second, and he goes, Trekmore, we at our destination yet? As he breathes in.
We're getting there.
What do you mean we're getting there? Are we there or not? I don't want to be awake before we're even there. It's wasted time.
We've been intercepted by salvages, I assume.
Oh shit, are they holding us to ransom? Trekmore, kill them all.
No,
No,
Rats.
no.
We're on somewhat of a rescue mission for you. We were going to salvage it, but upon seeing you, we decided to help you out.
That's not
Besides,
really a
I don't
risk
think
to me.
these guys are the big issue right now.
The big issue is that we have a hole open and potential Rachni. By the way, speaking of Rachni, as soon as that word was thrown around, Kreia would actually go out and try and find her backpack and stuff.
All your gear and things will have been like stored in like a little chamber underneath the actual cryopod itself, so you can grab your stuff and start gearing up.
There's like a backpack for from the vacuum suit, like for air. There is an actual military backpack. There is a few things attached to the backpack on the back of it. A gigantic fucking canister, which you might only deduce is either for storing Omnigel or a thermos of some kind. Though thermoses usually don't have hinges for weapons. In a tent, almost as big as the container.
Bro, I just have a rifle and a Kepeshi Yachi board.
Yeah.
Wait, you play Kepeshivaki? So do I.
Yes.
Oh no, we're going to be in so much pain.
So Kreia literally starts like attaching backpacks and all this kind of shit. Looks like some kind of, you know when you see in the military where they gear up just so they can do the run for training and stuff like that. It's literally that, just like backpack on top of backpack of this slight framed Asari lady.
Grenades, backpacks,
Yeah,
a
just
fucking shield.
Attaching
Like
all
there
this
is a
stuff to yourself.
shield.
Someone came prepared.
Like that's not a little compartment. There is a separate fucking pod underneath.
Should
I
we
just check if my board is all right, if it still works.
Yeah, you pull it out of your space. Apparently, like this whole container that was supposed to keep your equipment, there's literally just like a board and a rifle next to it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
as soon as I see it, I'm like, by the gods, you play?
Oh, well, of course. You play?
Don't play with him.
Of course I play. I haven't played anyone in years, though.
Oh, well, I'd be delighted to, as soon as we know we're not gonna die horribly.
Yeah, no, it's kind of a tricky game to schedule. Anyway, yeah. Good to have someone to play against.
Likewise.
The most deadly game. The most painful game.
Captain Pickett kind of like waddles out into this central bit between where the two sets of cryopods are kept, and he kind of like glances around. You see his little head just kind of like rotates around. He's like half the size of all of the rest of you, this little dumpy Volus guy, and he just kind of like takes his sharp intake of breath that you always hear from the Volus, and goes, where's the rest of the pods? There was supposed to be, there's 5 missing. I'm not going to get paid if I don't bring all my what's the word I'm looking for? Tom's brain has died.
Depends what they are to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Well, yeah, maybe he almost goes to say cargo, but then goes, I mean customers.
Rachni, right?
The Rachni pay well.
Wait, what? What do you mean Rachni? I never had Rachni on my ships. Wouldn't
Well,
Inside chick.
Yeah.
You do now.
I wouldn't
That's
deal in that
All
ship.
in cap, all in cap.
So the whole party do insight checks, because obviously that's what you want to do.
Yes.
In-
Ooh.
Oof.
What?
The Drell on this. You both like kind of like look at him, and for a second he does seem shifty at the fact that you're saying that he might be carrying some illegal cargo. but you're pretty sure that it's nothing to do with Rachni in this instance.
If it's not Rachni, maybe he has some baby thresher maws then. That might explain the whole,
If that were the case, we'd all be dead.
No, they're baby thresher maws. We can take them.
I'll be like, well, Captain, according to the feed, they arrived. Although whether you were asleep or not is what we haven't figured out. I'll show him the feed and just be like, you must have been asleep at this time then, no?
Oh yeah, how long ago is that feed from?
Yeah, you looked and he looks too, and he goes, "What? That was only a couple hours ago."
Oh fuck.
Oh shit!
Oh no.
Important information fails.
He looks rather well. I say he looks distressed. He's a little guy in a little suit, but he holds his hands up to his head and like holds his head and he goes, "Oh my beautiful robot boy, what did they do to you? Why would they do this?"
Stabbed
Oh,
him.
I'll fix him after.
He's full of corrosive holes.
Please, Trekmore, please fix him. I can't do with that.
I don't. That will cost you an awful lot of money.
Is that
Credits.
like what is the robot anyway? Like, what's the model of it? Is that like a Loki mech or something?
No, it's basically it kind of looks like him in a little way. Or it's like this little dumpy robot that's quite rounded and got this little domed head.
Oh. Well, if it's that small, then it will cost less for the resources and materials spent on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I can find some spare parts around here.
I think I've just realized. I'll just ask the captain, was that robot your decoy?
He just blinks at you a few times. He goes, he was a lot of things to me, but he's very important. And he starts pointing at Leah and he goes, "You will fix him. I will give you everything, millions of credits to bring him back." And
Absolutely.
and then-
Let me go find him then.
he then starts almost hyperventilating with
she's
that
gonna
constant
go-
sharp breath.
She kind of goes off with a spring in her step, so she can drag this robot.
I'm gonna come with you to cover you just because.
So
Yeah, because we're still in deathly danger.
yeah.
I don't care about that. There's millions of credits in it for her. And
Leah's
she's
just
gonna
"Boom,
try
I'm
and
going."
fix this machine.
So you start turning around and your Omni tool starts flashing, lighting up for a call coming through.
Who's mine?
Yes, yours, Leah.
Okay, let's answer that call.
We're evacuating the ship right now. It's the Rachni reattached somewhere on the lower deck. I've quarantined us in the ship. We might not be able to stay for too long. Just watch out. And stay safe for now. And as you're getting that message, you hear the clack of all these little claws rustling around on the floor above you from where you came from.
She's just gonna shout, "Right, everybody out!" and grab that robot on the way out.
Wait. We might
Does
be
it sound
safer in
like-
this ship. We might be better off sealing this ship and using it to escape.
They're above us.
I will mention to you that there are a few Hana left in the pod.
Yes. Does it sound like it's too many for us to take on? Are we better off just running?
So
Or-
there's kind of one instance of what sounds quite a large clacking. All the rest of it sounds like this tiny little tapping, like rats on a metal floor, just scurrying around. Do me a perception check to see if you can figure out exactly how many, but I'll give you that
Okay.
information for free. And by the way, so the floor above you is actually the floor you came in on. You kind of come down into this cargo hold bit. So they may be in the way of you getting out of here right now. So perception checks. Leah, not quite. Drell boys really are getting it. An 18 from both. Oh god, and then an 8.
Damn it.
And that
You're
one,
I have
really
the highest perception, and I get this shit.
and that one, and then the person with nothing gets an 18. So both Drell and the Krogan kind of like stop and, well, none of you really have like humanoid ears, so I guess you're just kind of like holding up one side of your head and just cocking it to the ceiling.
It's funny, we both just cock our head in exactly the same way.
Yeah, at the same
Yeah.
time. But yeah, it definitely sounds like there is one bigger figure out of them, and then a mass of little ones, possibly several swarms of these much smaller figures. But yeah, it only sounds like there's one of these, from what you saw on the video, like the proper sized Rachni, and then there's loads of these little tiny ratish sized ones.
Buggers.
From what I got on my history check with my 25,
Mm-hmm.
how many Rachni do I think we could take?
If it's just those little swarmers, it pretty much takes one bullet to pop one, so those can be easy. The bigger one, you probably will be able to take it in a group of your size, especially with a Krogan. I mean, this was what they were uplifted to spaceflight for, was to fight giant bugs in space.
That's true.
I'll
Pretty
kind,
much.
I'll kind of look towards the Krogan and go, judging by their numbers, we actually have a fair chance of eradicating them. The humanoid I'm not sure about, but do you feel the calling in your blood yet?
What calling?
Give me a few seconds.
Starts
As he
slapping
goes
himself in
down
the
to
face.
as he goes down to the storage of his pod, as he pulls out a fucking sniper rifle.
Oh,
Cool.
Hello, it's Blood. You called.
oh yeah, we should probably all describe. Once you guys are all suited up, we'll have to describe our boys. And...
Actually, yeah, that's probably a good place, because we'll probably be rolling initiative in a second as you make your way back up the stairs to where Leah and Clint just came from. We'll take a break here. We'll describe the characters and do the initiative and stuff when we get back.
Yes. So 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll come back. Okay.
Okie doke.
See you in a second.
Pretty interesting group so far. I'm quite excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. All right, BRB.
Be right back.
can't be back if you never left.
Hey.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I'd start working on the potato salad, but I don't think I have enough time.
To make a potato salad?
I mean, if you're starting now, you definitely don't.
I mean, considering I have to clean all the dishes and shit. Ah, yes.
All right. Are we all ready?
I've been ready.
Put on some exciting music. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's do this. Ragnar, I've been ready my entire life.
That made no
Nice.
sense. Is everybody back first?
Yeah.
Bracknai being ready. I can't get that out of my head now. That was terrible.
No, it was great.
It's the best I could do.
Well, I guess ladies first, and I'll go with Nat and Leah's character first if she wants to describe them. If she's there.
Yeah, assuming she's back.
Oh,
Take
maybe.
that as
Don't sound like it.
Right.
Oh.
Oh,
That was perfectly timed.
I was giving the cats a fancy cat treat.
A fancy cat treat.
They're like pudding pods, and they're just like tuna, prawn, and salmon.
She
Excellent.
keeps buying them cat treats, even though we have literally thousands of cat treats in the house. It's like, no. The cats are spoiled.
Absolutely.
Well, anyway, let's describe Leah, Nat, for everybody else and the viewers at home.
Right, so Leah is an ocular. Oh god, oh no. I've made a terrible mistake. Hang on, go to someone else while I change my push to talk button.
Okay. I guess the other lady of the group then, in-game. Bushing, do you want to describe what Kreia looks like?
Well, right now, Kreia looks like more like a backpack than a person. Fairly pale, fairly rare skin for an Asari. Pretty whitish, actually, skin, as opposite of the typical blue. Looks fairly young. I'm not exactly sure how that would translate for Asari, though. So
I mean,
that's
they
up
always
to
look
your
kinda young, so-
imaginations.
Mm.
Potential. Well, considering there's actually three stages to three distinct life stages to Asari, you can notice no scales growing at the very least. No like scabby scales. That's about as much as I know how they look like.
I guess that's something that happens to Asari when they get older. They start getting scabby scales.
Oh yeah, they do. It's in every matriarch we've seen in the games.
That is true. Yes, they do get a bit more scaly for some reason.
I guess that's just like scales, kind of like scarring. But yeah, one thing you can see on Krei is that she has no weapons despite all of the other getup. And to be honest, the suit doesn't look very military either. It looks more like it's used for working in the open space.
Just switching the soundtrack because we're not fighting just yet.
Yeah, that'll probably be better.
There we go.
There's some grenades though on the thermos.
So yeah, you're kitted out like some kind of military agent, but not really weapon-wise.
No, like kitted out, like more like a worker on a ship, like a crew member who is about to go out on a spacewalk or something.
Yeah. Okay. I'm imagining, what was the game called? The one that was from the same guy that did Metal Gear Solid.
Metal
Walking.
Gear Rising?
Stranding?
Yeah.
No,
No,
the walking simulator one that you did afterwards.
Death Stranding, yeah.
Yeah,
Stranding?
that's it. Literally
Yeah.
that, with like all the weird backpack stuff that you get.
It's like
Oh.
powering up about 20 meters into the air.
Yeah.
She has to lean forward to go through doorways.
Brilliant. Okay. I guess one of the Drell to go first. Let's go, Andres. What does Teo look like?
Well, as you can see on my token, I'm a blue drill. I'm a bit darker than in the token. I just took this art of Google Images, but I don't have a lot of kit to talk about. As I said before, yeah, just a rifle and a board game is what I carry with me. The demeanor-wise, I am very stiff and like uncomfortable looking the whole time. Yeah, I don't know. I'm wearing medium armor. But I suppose when I'm not, my clothes are more. I guess not necessarily like elegant, but sort of formal. I'm a man of academia, if you will. Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Well, that's good. That's a good start. That's obviously why we keep the tokens on the screen as well. Secondary Drell then, Clint.
It's canon now that I'm the primary.
Wow.
Can
I'm dressed quite differently. So the most noticeable thing is my cow leather hat that was given to me by a good friend. It's a cowboy hat, basically. And then other than that, I'm a kind of earthy toned Drell with like a black mask that goes around my eyes type thing. But I've got these kind of piercingly blue rims in my eyes. And I've got a worn leather jacket that's a long worn leather coat that looks like it's been scratched and patched up a little bit. But below that is light armor. There's also a different like a brown leather satchel that I keep cinched tight to my back, like for ease of movement. But I guess inside you hear the tinkling of small metal tools for getting into places, and that kind of thing. So on my armored feet, though, there is a subtle glow from a mod, and whenever I move about, you'll notice that I don't make footsteps. So I move around perfectly silently. Apart from that, I'm constantly, I guess, waterfalling a pack of cards from one hand to another, and I've got sort of a custom holster for a heavy pistol on my hip that I usually keep in easy reach. Yeah, he's how would I explain his personality? I guess he's kind of forthright and very observant, but he generally doesn't share too much personal information. But yeah, you get the sense that I may have been brought up a bit of a criminal.
Fair enough. If that can be a look, then he sure has it.
It is. You just need to know the type.
Drell Han Solo, basically.
Drell Han Solo, love it. Excellent. Okay, and then we move on to everybody's favourite Krogan, Trekmore. Fever, do you want to describe what Trekmore actually looks like?
Well, glad to know I'm the favorite.
He's my favorite because he might save my life.
True.
Fingers crossed.
Trekmore is your typical Krogan, big, stocky, lots of scars. Though, what's different about him is that he's actually tank bred. Usually when he's not wearing armor, he's wearing like a sleeveless undershirt and trousers and boots. He has a couple of tools on him. At a quick glance, you can tell that he is a bit of a mechanic. He likes to fix stuff as much as he likes breaking stuff. And that's pretty much it.
The duality of a Krogan.
It breaketh, it unbreaketh.
I mean, if you like fixing things, then there's nothing better than breaking it in the first place so you can fix it all over again.
You figure out how it works.
Yeah, exactly.
I suppose that's true.
And then from first to last again, I guess Nat, if you're back.
Yes, I am. I've changed my push to talk button. So, Leah is a ocular Quarian. Who she also, since we got the extra feat at level 1, she also has a additional cybernetic enhancement, which is the cerebral, the brain enhancement. She is a medic engineer, or will be a medic engineer, with the sysop background. She very much dresses like the typical Quarian. Her suit is a little more on the magenta side. She generally seems quite twitchy and restless. Never seems to sit still for very long. She's constantly talking about how pressing one button could just bring down the entire ship. And every problem can be solved by using maths and logic, not your emotions. She is a little bit secretive around sort of certain topics, generally thievery and pirateism. She's a little bit, she's a little bit sketchy around those kind of those topics. However, she is a sucker for a pretty face.
I wonder if Clint might have figured something out about your past then, if you would have told him, if he would have heard all this type thing.
So when they, I'll have to go back over this with you, but there was when they met for the very first time, she was running away from the Citadel security, I do believe.
Ah.
She'd been a naughty girl and had to
She
run away.
has.
I think, yeah, with that information, I think Clint might, at some point. Well, I'll ask you in roleplay later, but I have a theory.
Okay. But yeah, she has an Omni torch as opposed to an Omni tool. and at the minute she carries around an M3 Predator.
It's a decent starting pistol, but you want to throw it away for a paladin as soon as possible. Yeah. So.
She also she. Oh my god. No, I don't want to turn off it. It's all right. You know what? One of them days.
We'll just let you have a moment.
Yeah, just let me have a moment. What was I gonna say? She also seems equipped for hacking. And she specializes in Starship. I've written Starship Systems EWS.
That's the Electric Warfare Suite.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that would be. I've just wasted a crit.
Just wasted a crit on just showing us. But yeah, that is like hacking into enemy systems during a fight because it's high technology. Why not hack into the enemy? And
to shift digital warfare.
Pete, we may want to pause this song because that is most definitely copyright to the Faunts. I am talking over it. It is not happening.
Yes, we don't know what song. There's absolutely no music going on here.
If anybody likes Canadian bands, go check out the Faunts, which we are totally not playing right now. Oh, there we go. It's gone.
All right, there. I saw it. So
amazing.
She's also kitted out in medium armor, so she's decently armored, decently armed, and yeah, she's a little bit twitchy.
Well, excellent. Being very twitchy is a good thing in this situation, as you're kind of like glancing around and. As the two Drell and Krogan are kind of like listening out and hearing that there's all this scurrying upstairs on the main deck, looking towards back where you came from to the upper stairs, you see these tiny little bug-like creatures come crawling around, which are probably just a bit bigger than a rat. Swarms of them come round the stairs and kind of like towards you, as there's a much louder clacking coming down from up above, and the perfect time to roll initiative for everybody, and ignore what is happening on the stream screen as Tom drags across all the enemies.
Oh shit! I was gonna say you haven't moved us over yet.
Yeah, we don't see that yet. So.
Oh, is it not showing?
Yeah,
on
we're still on the
R20?
session 01.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom is stupid. There we go. That's all you need to do, is make sure that the players are on the same screen as the DM's looking at.
Always helpful.
Would I have had time to hide beforehand?
Not in this, but you might have time to hide if you get higher initiative. Please ignore that the smaller ones are a swarm of spiders. They're not spiders, they're arachni. As we know, velociraptors in space.
Yes.
Yes. I just rolled an 18, but because I'm not good at Roll20, it didn't...
Oh, did you not click on yourself? Hang on, I'll add you to
my
the
God.
turn thing.
Yeah. You have to click your token. You have to left click your token and then roll type thing, and then it comes up.
Wow. Boucher
Right.
is not having the best of time with the nat 1s tonight. Everyone else is getting quite a decent amount of nat 20s. But Boucher's keeping up the rear. I guess as the Vanguard's at the front, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's got to be consistently bottom, and for once, it's not me.
I'm okay with the middling results I've gotten so far.
I can't believe you killed our rescuer NPC already.
He's just chilling out with you. He could have found out. I mean, there were 5 other pods that you could have opened. Saying that, Captain Pickett has now gone and hidden in a corner as fighting seems to have broken out.
That coward.
I was thinking the captain would probably open the rest, but he's like,
Nope.
nope, you're the fucking guy. Fucking guy.
You guys have got this, haven't you? I'm just gonna be over here.
You
Have
can
you forgotten
stay-
why you hired me?
Yeah, exactly. That's your job. You get in there. As I just-
you can be of help and not die by being in the back and shooting at things.
Just don't shoot us.
Just saying.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Right, let's put this in. Oh no, that was the wrong order. There we go. Turns out Trekmore is first. So, as I say, just on the stairs themselves, these little swarms of creatures are coming round just here, and you can hear the clacking of a bigger one and more swarms from further up the stairs. But they're making their way towards you.
Oh, the measurement's in feet, not meters.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Why, when I changed it originally, has it not done it to this one as well? Meters 2. Okay. On the fly tech. There you go. It should do it now. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
It seems I have to do that for every page. It automatically sets it to 5 foot a square.
Well, I'm going to take a step forward and let's see. Range. I'm just going to take a shot at the closest one with my sniper rifle. Never mind.
Ooh, that was a 7. They've not got the best armor for being little critters, but yeah, unfortunately, as you shoot, they just manage to part and avoid the blast as it pings into the floor.
Yeah, that's my turn.
That's
Nice.
your turn. So, it is these swarms. They're gonna go.
The Schwab! We are spoders! We do a run!
Yes, they do a run. They go there, and they go bitey bite on Trekmore with a 16 to hit.
That does not hit.
They come over, try to bite your armoured ankles, but can't get through. These guys are also going to come over and attempt to bite as well. That's not going to hit because that's even lower. And then these guys, they're going to just charge right past Trekmore and go for the next juicy target, which is Kalint, just behind. Then it is our big boy's turn. It's going to come clopping down the stairs, 4 legs just like scraping across the metal. And that's the wrong one. It's going to spit at Trekmore. Whap! For a dirty 20 to hit.
Oh man. I'm gonna use Vending Fortification to negate that
So that increases your armor class.
by 5, yes.
Yeah, so yeah, your shield fortification just like pings up as soon as this big glob of spit just splatters into it, stopping it from hitting you, which is a good call, really, because that would have burned. Tayu, your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna first bonus action activate my barrier. not entirely sure how to do it in Roll20 actually, but
I
yeah,
mean, it
I guess
just
I would
gives you
just
extra
add the
shields, doesn't
barrier
it? So
ticks
yeah, just as soon as you get hit and
and
stuff
put
like that.
down one of
Yeah.
the barrier uses. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So bonus action, use my barrier, and for an action, what's the range on pull? I'm assuming it's 36 meters. So I guess I reach, right? Yeah, 20. Do I have line of sight from here?
Yeah, you're gonna lean around your newfound allies, but yeah, you can definitely hit.
Okay. And then I'm gonna cast pull on the big boy.
Ooh, that's getting closer. That's fine.
Ah!
I mean, pull just lifts him. It's fine. Plus that's a 12, so
Don't think that's going to be a hit. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't. With biotic energy pouring from you, the purple light like flings out towards it. Unfortunately, just skims past it. Possibly as you're doing an awkward lean around your allies, it doesn't quite work.
well, there goes my only power slot, not spell slot.
Sentinel life.
Yeah. So then I'll just move over here and hopefully tank some hits. Like that's.
Sure, if that's what you want to do.
It is, yeah.
Then it'll be Leah's turn.
Right. I'm still trying to get used to this character.
Do a flip.
To a foot.
Do a flip.
Just missed by it. I use all my movement and action to do a backflip.
I'm struggling to tell. Like, is that a door there?
No, it's all just one like gangway.
So it goes straight through into.
Yeah.
So this is all open.
Yeah, it's all open to you. It's just kind of
Okay,
like
cool.
more the flooring style itself. The only bit that's like kind of like anything is that's the stairs, and you've got the pods and stuff behind you.
Right, okay, so I'll move up to that. And then I'm gonna attack this one. For a 16 to hit,
Hits.
which is 6 piercing.
Okay.
And then. Oh my god, I didn't write down.
Is it double tap you're trying to figure?
Also, the heat. I didn't write it down on my character sheet.
The M3 Predator has like 14 heat, I think.
I've got 15 written down here.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Close enough. So you just step up and blast it with your pistol.
Yeah, and then. What's the double tap? Just to.
I think
Remind
it's,
me.
You can
bonus
attack again as
action.
a bonus action, yeah. But
Ah.
you don't add your dexterity to the damage, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like dual
Oh.
wielding, but without having.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what my other thing. Yeah. So that will be a 23 to hit.
Hits.
For another 2 piercing damage.
Ooh, so close, but yet so
And
far.
then I need to find out what my heat is on that. But yeah, that'll be me done.
You blast into the little bug twice, and it screeches and looks incredibly worn. Probably like one of its legs is just blown off, but it's still hobbling along.
Wonderful.
Kalint, your turn.
Alright. So there's a boy next to me, and I don't want that.
Yes, you do. He's just a little boy.
I don't want it. He's gross. I'm gonna. Oh, here it is. So it is 12 feet. Okay. I was trying to find my weapon stats. Right. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to try and faint over here.
You're going to faint on the sofa.
No, I'm,
Yes. I
I'm
use
just-
my action to go unconscious.
I'm just trying to for flavor. I want to put decoy over here,
Oh, okay.
but in doing it, I want to sort of make as if I'm trying to jump over the spoder. It's right here.
So you're basically casting the decoy to run over into that direction as if it's you running off that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So fake Clint pops up and runs over there. I'm going to give him a little red marker, so he's fake Clint there.
Cool. That's my action, and then I will pull back.
It does try to bite fake Clint as he
Well,
goes
that's what I'm
past.
wondering. Because if I have this over here, does he have to make the check just to realize that I haven't actually run over there?
Limits your actions. You can use your action to dismiss it each time a creature targets you with an attack during the power's duration. It must first make a wisdom perception check. On a failure, the creature attacks the decoy. On a success, the creature ignores the decoy. Attacks you and you know it's pass. I'll just say that 3 was its wisdom check then, because it was
Sweet.
absolutely abysmal. So it thought it was that one and tries to attack him. So I'll roll again to try and do damage. But no, that was a nat 1. So yeah, it goes to attack fake Cullen, thinking that's the real one, and just whiffs completely.
Nice. So I don't have cunning action yet, so I can't do the old stealth tactics. So I think that's me for this round. Kind of slipped behind one of these boxes.
So you're going to try and hide behind there for a bit.
Yeah, but I can't actually make the hide because that's a bonus action, which I don't have yet. So
Okay, and then with that, another swarm appears, charging down the stairs, and actually goes towards fake Cullen and Trekmore. So I'll move that with the dramatic music going. But that's all their turn that they can do that. Kreia, let's see what you've got.
Okay, hello. How are you willing to twist geometry a little bit?
Depends on what you mean by twist geometry.
So, technically, people use grids for this kind of nonsense, but I must say, can I do it like this and hit 4 of them?
What are you trying to do?
Gravity field.
Is it a radius one?
It's a square. It's a nine little squares there, merged into one.
how does it describe where you place it? Does it say?
A 6 meter square, right?
6 meters cubed.
Cube, yeah.
Yeah, it would have to be in those spaces, so you could either do top one like that or bottom one like that. Because technically they are just in those spaces, but because Roll20's weird, it's like, I'm going to put these little tokens in the top left corner.
All right then. I'm going to hopefully this little guy is away from me, so I don't get disadvantage in attacking this guy there. He is kind of a tiny creature.
He's already attacked someone, so as his reaction, so you could possibly move away.
Oh, okay, cool. What's the distance on the throw? I'm gonna see one quick.
36 meters.
36 meters. Yes, that's my roll. By the way,
Ooh, it's a good hit.
throw him. I am throwing the big guy once I'm actually out of range. So it can be like straight up back where he from whence he came. He gets banished to the vents here, I guess.
How far back does he go?
12 meters.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, so he like you basically bounce him off the stairs and he goes back up. Yep, and disappears from view for a second.
I am also going to bonus action barrier for now.
Okay, got to get those shields up. And then finally, the last swarm comes running in. And is going to pile up again on Trekmore, who's apparently become the front line of this. And it is Trekmore's turn.
I'm going to use Beehive on I think I can use Beehive on this group down here.
Oh, Beehive.
It is a 6-meter cone.
Oh, so yeah, all these. Yeah, you could angle it. So it's these 5 at the bottom that you could hit. Yeah. What do they need to roll? Do they need to roll something?
Dex save.
Dex saves. Okay.
Ooh, if you want to tank some opportunity attacks, you could get like all of them. But you'd have to take at least 2 opportunities.
Nah, you'd have to be in that space where you are currently.
Yeah.
So
Like if you were
if he was there, it would still be the same ones.
these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So might as well just stand where you are and blast them that way. As I say, it's a little awkward because they weirdly go into the top right corner. It's just a blank sheet right there. Okay, cool. Dex rolls. The one closest to you. What's the one? They've got nothing. 19. Then a 14 for the one below it. A 6 for the one next to it. 17. And that one. And then a 5. So what was the roll they needed to beat?
12.
12. So
So they either take 6 or 12 damage.
they either take 6 or 12. Have any of these been damaged yet? One of the ones that passed still dies. Oh, he's got a little red X on him. That one's going to take 6, so it's still standing. That one dead. That one passed, so he's still alive, or she, we don't know, the little arachnid. And then that one also dead. So you managed to kill 3 of them with this just almost like a shotgun blast from your wrist.
Yeah, blast of shrapnel.
Sweet. Anything else from your turn?
No, that's it.
Cool, you're going to stay there and tank some little boys. Okay, so this one here is going to try and bite you. But he's not, because that's a 14. And then this one here is going to try and bite Tayu. Ooh, that's a 20, a dirty 20 to hit.
In that case, I'll use tech armor. I know it's a very small hit, but
You might as well, because it stays up, doesn't it?
Everybody's got the armor. Yeah, cool.
None of the engineers don't. Hit the engineers, I guess.
Here it is. Yeah, so I gain how many temporary HP? How much temporary HP? 1 sec.
I think it's what I think
That's
it was like
8 temporary HP.
8. Okay. It bites into you, and your armor like flares up, and it does 4 piercing damage to your temporary hit points.
Does temp HP go before shields?
It would do in this case
Yes.
because it's
Yeah.
melee.
Oh, right.
Melee beats shields. Goes
True.
past through it. Okay, that's them.
So 4, right?
Yes, 4 to your temporary hit points.
Okay. And just for the record, my tech armor is purple.
Ooh. Starts glowing purple as this little thing bites into your shins.
Yes.
Okay. So that's theirs, and then our big boy returns back clacking down the stairs again. And seeing that its target that just launched it up the stairs is too far away, it's going to try and spit at Trekmore.
If anyone wants to try and target well, they have to make a perception check with disadvantage because.
Oh, to try and get you. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's after our big Krogan target right now. An 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
How long does your thingy last?
At the end of my next turn, so it just ran out.
Okay.
Roll 20 is just taking forever to roll dice.
As it does.
So that's 9, 12? 12 acid damage.
Oh my god. Wait. Oh, geez.
Wow.
They spit by a big, like. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I just got them in another game.
And when Roll20 wants to do it, a further 9 necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Wow.
Who
That
has that much
one-shot me.
HP?
None of us have that much HP.
Fucking
Technically,
hell.
I
Was that in
could.
total?
So that was 21 in total.
Ouch.
That one shot me.
Yeah,
He'll be fine.
it gozzed on you and took you down straight away.
Oh,
Apparently.
I forgot to roll my barrier tick last time.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait,
that
I
was
have
nice.
blood rage. I forget.
Oh, so you don't go down. You go to 1 HP, don't you?
I'll post it.
Apparently you didn't like it.
Never mind.
Oh no, it's just white letters on white on white background.
No, that's just you. That's just.
Yeah, so you're in a blood rage instead. Blood rage lasts for 1 minute. It ends early if you regain hit points, or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature. You're immune to being charmed or frightened, and the only action you can take is either attack or dash. So basically, you just start frothing at the mouth and going crazy. So yeah, this glob of acid just hits you and starts burning into your flesh. And apparently Trekmore just goes into seeing red, and instead of collapsing to the floor like any other person would do from taking that much damage, it just starts roaring and raging.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Tayo, your turn.
All right. So I know I have disadvantage on ranged attack rolls if it's against someone within, I guess, 2 meters instead of 5 feet. But do I have disadvantage to attack people who are farther than me if I have someone within 2 meters? Like an enemy within 2 meters?
Yeah, basically. So it's like if anybody's kind of like walling you in, you'll have disadvantage on ranged attacks to anybody else. Unless in this case, you have like a pistol that has hip fire, because hip fire negates that.
Yeah, I don't. So instead I'll just biotic punch the crap out of the one next to me.
Cool.
So that's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
So 7 bludgeoning damage.
He He's still standing, but it's a good punch and nearly crushes the little thing in front of you. I mean, that's so much cooler than shooting something, right? Just your fist glowing and you just like punch this little bug on the floor.
Yeah, just like stomp on it.
Cool.
But of course it won't die.
Not quite. It almost like it squashes quite a lot, but not quite dead. Do you want to do anything else, bonus action or movement wise?
Well, if I move, I'm just gonna get attacked. And I don't think I have any bonus actions left because I don't have powers. Well, also my powers are not bonus actions, so I can't do anything more. I'm just gonna use my bonus action to take notes on the Rachni anatomy, I suppose.
Yeah, you just start checking out the Rachni. They're bugs and they're pretty gross, especially with all the spit. Leah, your
No
turn.
such thing.
Right, so I think I'm gonna try and pick off these little guys. Yeah, since I've got 2 attacks, I'm gonna try and pick off the little ones. So I'll go for this one first.
Yeah.
Stop measuring. Was that you? No, it wasn't
That's
you.
me, it's me.
I was just measuring how far until you're dead.
I've got 10 HP. It's not gonna take a lot.
Same.
Just remember you got shields first.
True. Anyway, so
That
that's
hits.
a 20 to hit
Definitely.
for 3
Ooh.
piercing.
Exactly lethal.
Oh,
You pop
nice.
another little boy.
You rolled a 1 on that? Oh, damn.
Oh wait, I'm not down. I completely forgot about shields.
Oh,
Yeah, don't forget about shields. Unless it's biting you, it doesn't bypass.
Does a 14 hit?
It
For this
does.
That's another 3. Wow.
Excellent. Another exactly lethal. You just blast one and then step forwards and unblast the other. They just pop on the floor in this little...
I am gonna take a couple steps back again.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm not out here trying to get killed.
Excellent. I mean, you did just kill a whole bunch with the help from Trekmore that didn't even get to bite anybody, so I'm sad. And then it's...
Don't hurt me too bad.
I'll try not to.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not in blind rage yet.
No, I meant Tom. I meant the DM.
Emotionally, I am going to hurt everybody on some level. But anyway, it's Clint's turn.
well, I think this might be a good chance to try something. Have any of these guys up here been wounded?
This
I
guy,
mean, the one next to me.
this
one.
guy is your best bet because
The-
he's gonna move now.
The one in front of Taiyu has been damaged. The other 3 that are near Fate, Clint, and Trekmore haven't been hurt yet.
And this guy hasn't been hurt yet.
It has,
Oh, yeah, he has. He got thrown, didn't
Yeah,
he
he's
got-
been thrown.
when he got bounced up the stairs.
Maybe even damage from bouncing off the stairs. Didn't see damage rolls from that.
I
That's a
think,
very funny image.
I think what I'll do then, I think my best bet,
Mental image, I mean.
I think I'll just shoot these guys. So,
Yeah.
first shot on this undamaged one, right?
Yeah.
Well, I've got double tap too, so this will be one shot.
One shot, that hits.
16. And I get to add sneak attack because he's next to a boy.
Yes, he is next to a boy. If he was next to Leah, then you wouldn't get this sneak attack damage.
So that's 9 damage total on him.
Ooh, another exactly lethal as you blast it from your little cover over there.
And we'll aim the bonus action at this guy. An 11?
No, that doesn't hit, unfortunately. It's a bit
Alright.
too low to the ground, and as you try to shoot it, it just pings off the floor again.
I spin the gun and holster it, ready for my next assault.
Hey, don't damage my ship! Comes a voice from the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
Is he just on box? He's just on box, like.
yeah, just from one of the boxes.
Yeah, he's in the box itself.
Oh
You
yeah.
don't get to make demands if you're not helping.
Excellent. So this one's gonna try and. Yep, it's just gonna go bite. Fate Coolant.
Nice.
Then the other one that's next to Trekmore is going to try and bite Trekmore, but that's a 4 on the dice, so nope. Next is Kreia.
I am going to do something known colloquially as a pro gamer move.
Okay.
I'm going to run up here, fully sprint, and initiate a jump, which is 20 feet, which is going straight up there, but that's not going to happen in this turn. Like we previously discussed, it's going to be 2 more turns until I am actually able to make that.
Yeah.
But
You got some air.
you will fall in the meantime, though, won't you? Because at the end of the turn, you fall. Because at the end of each turn, you fall up to 300 and something feet if able, like if you have the space to do it.
That's not how jumping works. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
If you're no, definitely, because that's why it doesn't work in combat. You know, that extended type of jump. Hang on, I'll get it. So falling.
Well, explain what you were trying to do with your action.
With my bonus action, I'm actually gonna do some drugs there. This is high tolerance stimulant pack. It's actually called stimulant pack, but it's advanced, so I can use it twice. That adds a 1d4 to my throw, and I'm gonna throw while I'm in air. Hopefully hit me.
Yeah, that does hit as well.
The guy goes down the stairs again.
So.
Damn it.
Whenever you make an attack roll or saving throw, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. Oh, so it's.
It's
added to
basic. It's basically bless for me alone. Like a little potion of heroes in there.
And then he goes and bounces another 12 meters, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's
dude.
anything that doesn't have a hover, falls 500 feet at the end of its turn. That's the bit with so like even if you could jump, you would still fall at the end of that round, if you know what I mean. So
That makes no sense.
I mean,
Well,
jump-
if every round is 6 seconds, so
yeah, jumping in combat is just weird.
I mean, considering it's all anachronistic, right? Running up here, so it will then take me 6 seconds to actually next.
yeah,
turn,
but
I'm
gravity
actually-
applies to you in that time.
That's weird.
That's reality too. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
It's
Yeah.
it's a whole weird situation. But anyway, boy takes damage. He pings off the stairs and goes back up into the upper deck yet again, disappearing.
like imagine if we're all having a gunfight and someone jumps and just slowly floats by. You know what I mean?
That's not entirely how it works, but in this case, yes, even by the jumping rules, it actually will be like me floating for like 12 meters and only then arriving up here. And that's
I've seen it in loads of games. People just like floating around and shooting people whilst flying in the air. So
I mean, as long as you apply the action of falling, unless like if you have hover, it's fine. But if you don't have hover, you're gonna
I'm assuming this is like a biotic jump, so it's kind of supposed to be hovering a bit.
Is it the spell biotic jump?
It's a cantrip, yeah.
Could you
It's a reaction cantrip. I'm gonna
wait? You put it in there.
What?
Can you? What's the word on it?
Yeah, just paste it in whilst Trekmore smashes some bugs again.
Well, I was gonna smash the big bug, but you threw it away.
I'll be back. Don't worry.
Let's see. Well, might as well just stomp on this one.
I would think this one would happen instantly. Like, and since it's part of the spell, I don't think it would
When you make a long
follow
jump,
the normal
cover a
jumping
number
rules.
of meters up to your power casting ability score. If jumping over an obstacle, subtract 2 meters of distance per 4 meters of the obstacle's height. Yeah, that would happen instantly because it literally says you cover a number of meters up to your power casting ability score. So
Yeah, it's just it's kind of not making sense, but it's also making sense.
So you run and then like jump and then just kind of like, like shoot over there. So yeah, do it. Just move your amount that you should have done for your power casting thing.
That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, if it specifically states you do the thing.
Yeah, that.
I thought you were just jumping. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
is
if it
this?
was just a jump, that would be ridiculously powerful. But it's a spell or power. Sorry.
Thankfully, Tayo isn't exactly 4 meters high, so I
Yeah.
don't have to
I mean,
do
yeah,
an obstacle there.
Yeah,
You just
Drell
kinda
are
jump.
kind of short anyway, so
Yeah, you short boys.
yeah, you manage it. So are we? Oh yes, Krogan headbutt that bug, please. It hits. Oh yeah. It's not taking any damage yet, actually. You headbutt a bug. It nearly dies. You hear a massive crack as Trekmore just like slams his head into the floor, and this bug is like half squished underneath him, but it's still trying to like crawl away.
oh, your build just makes so much more sense now that I thought of you headbutting stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna flavor it for me stomping, but that works too.
Just a headbutt all the way to the ground.
Like, my head plate was made for this.
That's exactly it. It's the most fun in Mass Effect multiplayer is just being a Krogan headbutting shit.
I'm tongue red. Please be patient.
Anything else from you, Trekmore?
No, that's it.
Yeah, no movement or anything.
No.
Okay, so it's time to attack a Tayu, but not with a
Come at
14
me.
to hit.
No, that's not hitting.
He's trying to bite you. Okay, so after being bounced up the stairs for a second time, nice little Arachnite friend comes clacking back, screeching this time, straight at Freya.
The absolute desperation in this man.
Just like, "Meow," and then goes to try and stab you for a 15 to hit.
That is barely not hitting. I have a C of 16.
Ooh.
Thanks to the gigantic shield I carry.
Literally shield in one hand, it just like pings off of that. Sweet. So, Tayu, it's your turn.
Okay, well, there's not much to do other than try to stump this guy again. So that's what I'll do.
I mean, you've got plenty of shields and barriers and stuff. You could try and step away and take a shot at someone.
I could. Yeah. But I suppose where are the stasis pods? I assume they're around.
Yeah, they're the
like,
bits
at the
behind
back.
you. Yeah. So where all
Yeah,
of
then
this
I don't
random
want
shit
anyone
is.
getting in there.
Yeah.
For any reason whatsoever. So I'll just make sure that this one doesn't go in. And biotic punch it with a
Oh.
natural 20.
Oh wow.
Crit. I mean, it had 2 health left, so I'm pretty sure it's dead, but still, go for it. Roll damage, and we'll see. Nice.
12.
That was like...
Do cleave rules here. Like the
Pretty
bug
punch.
flies off and falls on top of this one. Take it down.
No, like, it's more damage than it had full health in the first place, so when you literally hit it with this biotic punch, it just vaporizes the bug, and there's just like a splatter on the back of Trekmore of tiny little bug parts.
Cool. I'm not gonna mention that to the big angry Krogan. What I will do instead is move forward 6 meters to make a wall of bodies so they don't go in, further into the ship.
Okay, cool. Just wait until the Krogan headbutts you. But anyway. Leah, it's your turn.
So, if I... I'm gonna move there. And we're gonna fire at this one.
Oh, does that hit?
12. Does a 12 hit?
Oh no, it just misses.
Oh, rude. I think double tap is just that I've got to attack. It's not that I've got to hit into...
Yeah, so if you've made one attack, you can make a bonus attack.
Yeah.
Pew pew.
No, not happening.
Rip.
Yeah, Tayu starts dancing as you're shooting at his feet.
Hey, what were you shooting?
I'm sorry. It won't stay still. Gestures wildly with the gun at the bug. Just a quick query though. In terms of heat, like the bullets spent, is it just is it one per shot? I can't.
Yeah, one per shot, unless it states otherwise. Yeah.
Cool. That's what I was hoping.
Did anyone else actually buy thermal clips and stuff? Or was it just me?
I did.
Okay.
I got 10.
Nice, me too.
Gotta reload. Yeah, Kalint, it is your turn. If Leah's
I
not
have
doing
10.
anything else.
But yeah, no, that's all I'm doing.
Sweet. Not gonna waste a spell yet. My second spell, so I will start calmly walking forward and shooting at the big boy.
At the big boy?
Walking up to there.
Like a speedy Drellster.
Yeah. A calmly walking, speedy. First attack, 16.
Oh, that hurts.
Nice. Alright, sneak attack applied. 10 damage, 10 piercing.
Got ya. Takes a
And
hefty hit.
the double tap is a 10. It seems it's fated to miss as well. That's fine.
Yeah, unfortunately. You blast into it and it gives a quick screech out, but looks like it's still rearing to go after Kreia. Then it's these guys. One's going to try and bite you, Tayu, but misses with a 4. And then let's see if Fate... Yeah, this guy's still going after Fate Clint in the corner.
Yeah.
He's just like...
Nice.
He's stood on this table, Fate Clint, and he's mimicking your motions, not like normal Clint. So he's like pointing and shooting at the giant Rachni, but this little bug's just like, it's real, go for him. And just keeps trying to bite, nothing. But Kreia, it's your go.
Hello, I am back.
Oh, excellent timing.
There is something that looks like a door frame over there, right?
Where are we looking?
Over there, about.
Oh yeah, it's more like a lift that goes down. It's kind of like where the cargo and stuff comes up.
I am just looking for a place to throw this guy that doesn't involve throwing it down the stairs again. That's,
Okay.
that's
Maybe throw him to me,
waiting-
please.
One express delivery, I guess.
If there's fire over here, it could be.
That isn't fire. That's just.
Honestly, that looks like
supplement.
bonsai trees.
I can't tell, it's blurry.
It is a bit blurry, this map. I didn't realise how blurry it was until I had to zoom in on it. But yeah, I mean, you can still skirt around it because you're not leaving its zone of combat, so you won't get any opportunity attacks and like launch it from the other side.
Yeah, I'm like skirting it a little, like carefully. Hopefully, I can throw it like this over the Quarian. Quarian, please, please mind your
Please
step
duck.
there.
Yeah, Leah just hears
Uh-huh.
duck as she's trying to shoot at another little bug.
She hears duck and just doesn't even question it. She's just like flat on the floor almost.
What's a duck?
Quack.
Duck, yeah.
To be honest, it's gonna be hard to duck when you have dog legs, but oh well. I am going to do my little tunnel vision thingy, considering that everything else is dead and I didn't really need anything else. I have a set target in mind up here, and I will do this, I guess. I didn't need advantage. Oh, disadvantage would have worked too, because of melee. But anyway.
Either way,
that's
yeah, it
what I-
hits. So that's another 6 damage. Please call the thing. It's definitely bloodied at this point as it bounces up and over Leah and lands right next to Trekmore in a bit of a heat. It kind of like skitters round and hisses back at you, Kreia, seemingly very annoyed. It's a bunch of dead bugs go next, and then it is yours, Trekmore.
Cool. He smirks at the bug next to him as his Omni tool forms into a giant gauntlet as he just punches into this thing.
Oh yeah, that's a definite hit. I'm assuming you mean the big one.
Yes.
Sweet. Yeah, definitely hits. Oof. For that kind of like amount of damage, how would you like to murder
Holy.
the Rachni?
His fist goes way deep into the Rachni, and he's kind of having trouble trying to pull it out of its corpse.
You just keep fighting with the 10 Rachni on the like, carrying it around, going. Ah.
Yeah, you literally just like punch straight into this thing, and it is just stuck to your arm as you're like waving it around, and like this green ichor's just like pouring out of it. It lets out a little bit of a as it just kind of slumps down, dead. The little ones look very deterred right now, but those ones are dead. That is also dead. Tayu, it is your go.
Well, I just saw this man punch something big to death, so I guess I'll try to not look too pathetic as I attempt to punch this little thing to death.
Oh, Pete,
Right
it's happening
after.
again.
Oh.
Oh, there is no music.
There
No,
is no
none
music.
at all. We've no idea what you're talking about.
How does
I
this
am
There
just
is no music.
speaking because I like to make noise.
Well,
Let me go
okay.
back to.
I muted it, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Would you like to punch a bug?
I would. Would a 13 be good enough to punch a bug, or am I even an even bigger disappointment?
A little. Yes, it does. That is its armor class. So you punch a
Oh,
bug.
nice. I punch a bug for just 4 damage.
I mean, it had 1 hit point left, so yeah, that's another squashed bug. Congratulations. There is only
Okay, good.
1 bug left.
I'll just look self-conscious after this dude dealt like 5 times as much damage, and then just quietly move over to this one.
Excellent.
That's so much damage. Oh my god.
It was ridiculous because he got 2 10s on it. That's why it's so much.
Yeah.
That was an amazing roll. Yeah, so Kalin, it's your go. Oh, no, sorry, Leah, it's your go. I'm blind.
Oh,
Now.
Sorry. Muted.
Yeah.
Let's shoot at that last one there. No.
Oof. Yeah, that's a mess.
That one will hit.
That's a hit.
Excuse me.
For
Sorry.
a whole 1 piercing.
I already said dead.
Really living up to the Krogan standards.
Yeah, apparently Trekmore is munching on the Rachni now and lets out a belch of appreciation. Yeah,
Please take the bite out.
you ping off of this last remaining bug. It looks like it's trying to skitter away at this point. Does not look interested in carrying on the fight, but it's Clint's go first.
Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's finish it off. Just a shoot.
Shoot boy. That's a miss, unfortunately.
Here's the double tap.
There we go.
24. So this will get my sneak damage though. 7 damage.
Ooh. Almost. Oop. It's a hefty hit that almost kills it, but it is its go. And panicked, seeing that Papa Bear has just been popped like crazy by a Krogan, it turns and goes to sprint full speed away, not trying to disengage or anything because it's so panicked. So if you want to make an opportunity attack, Taya, you can.
I do. What can I make an opportunity attack with? Can I shoot or just punched?
I think you have
Punch.
a gun strike too. Like if you're wielding your gun, you can.
Yeah.
Pistol whip or whatever.
It's melee stuff. So biotic punch is probably your best option because that's more damage than just whacking it with a gun.
Yeah, but that's a spell, and I don't have Warcaster.
It's a cantrip.
Oh, good point. Okay, yeah, you can either just normal punch it or hit it with a gun.
I think both uses strength, and I think you are considered proficient.
You are considered proficient with your own fists, yes.
I mean, with the
Yeah, but with a gun strike.
yeah, it uses strength.
I will say in this case, yes, because it is literally just whacking something with a gun. It's just...
Okay.
Also, it's probably a 1d4, so it's probably an
Yes,
improvised
1d4 plus
It
strength.
is, yeah. Well, that's anyways an 8, so it doesn't really matter.
misses. So this thing full on sprints right past and up the stairs and disappears from view. Currently ending combat.
I want to sprint after it.
I guess we'll get to that next time to figure out what's going on. As you're just surrounded by dead bugs right now. I'm going to say you are level 2 now, but we'll do that in between sessions. And you may want to get a short rest in to gain the benefits of leveling up. But we'll keep that in mind for next time.
Nice.
Oh,
So-
nice, yeah.
Thank you very much for playing my little squad of guinea pigs. I mean, friends. You survived. Trekmore just as he got gozzed on and burnt almost to death. Well, I think that was successful.
He awakened the inner Super Saiyan within him.
Yeah, apparently. That's all
Yeah.
it took. It's like just spit acid on him and then launch a giant bug near him. And he just like, I
gotta say,
destroy.
There is like a fucking like the proportions between the damage from the acid spit and the bite attack of it is like pretty fucking off.
Yeah, I'm hoping it only had one, because it didn't do it.
No, it can do it all the time. Doesn't have any charge in that.
Ooh.
Yeah, and also just to point out, Clint, when you looked at the optics before from the robot, there was 2 of those.
Yeah.
before.
And I'm sprinting away, nice.
I was gonna say that's why I didn't want to use my next spell, because I was like,
Yes, so Tayo starts running up the stairs and then it's like, oh wait, there was another one round here. I'm gonna come back. But anyway, we'll figure it out next time as you figure out what's going on. I think I'll leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger with the only sounds you hear from the rest of the ship after the tinking disappears from the critter running away is the sound of an airlock shutting and something whirring away as if another ship
Those fuckers.
Another ship is detaching from this ship.
How
No.
dare they?
And there we go. Well, yeah, thank you very much
Nice.
for playing. I think we're doing Sea of Thieves tomorrow, so if anybody is interested in watching that, we'll be playing. Unless I think of something else for more party games. But same time next week. May start a bit sooner because I'm not actually on lates next week, but we'll see. So for now, it'll be 8 p.m. GMT again next time. But thank you. This is the beginning of the Spirit of Autumn. Eventually you'll get to a space station if you survive my first bit. But yeah, thanks. No.
Oh.
Just no. Why you do this, Pete?
Ah, Peter.
It's happy moment. We leveled up.
Yeah, that's
the level. That's the level up music. Congrats, guys. But yeah, we'll
We
see.
leveled up, but we were also abandoned on a stranded ship.
Shut up! It's happy music time.
Happy music. Yay! Well,
like we're all gonna die.
and to see everybody die, join us next Wednesday at 8 p.m. for more. Farewell.
Yeah.
GG.
Signing you out, Commanders.
Goodbye.
Oh, he said the thing. Oh.
Most excellent